There comes a time in every person's life when the world goes silent, when your phone stops buzzing, when no one checks in, and when you realize that no one is coming to save you. That's the moment of truth, the moment that separates the sheep from the wolves. When you feel alone, you stand face to face with the most powerful version of yourself, the one you've been running from all along. People fear being alone. They fear silence because silence reveals who they truly are. But the lone wolf, he's different. He doesn't run from silence, he becomes it. He learns to find peace in his own presence, strength in his solitude, and purpose in his pain. When everyone walks away, the lone wolf doesn't beg them to stay. He tightens his grip, sharpens his claws, and prepares to climb mountains that no one else dared to face. You see, loneliness is not a curse, it's a call from destiny saying, it's your turn now. The strongest people you'll ever meet weren't born that way. They were forged in solitude. They built their power when no one believed in them, when the world laughed at their dreams, when they sat in a dark room questioning everything but refused to give up. When you're alone, you meet your mind. You hear your fears whispering, your doubts screaming, your regrets echoing. But if you sit long enough, something happens. Your inner warrior wakes up. That voice inside says, I'm still here, let's rise again. The lone wolf doesn't need the crowd to move. He doesn't wait for motivation. He creates it. He hunts while others sleep. He grows while others gossip. He evolves while others make excuses. That's what separates him. That's why he wins, silently. Don't run from your pain, train in it. The world teaches you to avoid discomfort, to play it safe, to fit in. But the lone wolf, he learns to walk through fire. Every scar on his soul tells a story of survival. Pain doesn't destroy him. It defines him. It becomes his armor. It sharpens his focus, fuels his discipline, and molds his destiny. So if you feel alone right now, understand this. You're not broken. You're in training. You're not lost. You're being redirected. Life is preparing you for the next level, a level that can only be reached through isolation. Most people fear being alone because they've never met their higher self. They've never sat down and asked, who am I, really? But when you strip away the noise, the opinions, the distractions, the fake smiles, you meet the real you. And that's when the magic begins. You realize that strength isn't about muscles or money or fame. It's about resilience. It's about waking up every day when no one's watching and doing what needs to be done. It's about fighting battles no one sees and still choosing not to quit. That's what being a lone wolf is all about. You become your own teacher, your own motivation, your own hero. You stop chasing people and start chasing purpose. Silence can be terrifying, can't it? Because it tells you the truth you've been avoiding. It reminds you of what you could have done, what you should have done, what you still can do. But silence is not your enemy. It's your mirror. It reflects everything that needs to change. When the lone wolf walks through the forest, he's not afraid of the dark. He listens, he observes, he plans, because he knows that silence is power. In silence, he plots his comeback. In silence, he builds his empire. And when the time is right, he returns unstoppable. A lone wolf doesn't chase approval. He doesn't seek attention. He understands that validation is an illusion. The moment you stop trying to prove yourself to others and start proving yourself to yourself, everything changes. You begin to move differently. You speak with purpose. You walk with confidence. Because your worth is no longer determined by applause, but by effort. The lone wolf knows something most people don't. When you stop needing people, people start respecting you. When you stop chasing, life starts aligning, because freedom begins when dependence ends. Motivation fades. Discipline remains. Everyone wants to be successful, but no one wants to be alone long enough to build it. Everyone wants to shine, but few are willing to grind in the dark. But the lone wolf, he knows the dark is where legends are born. He wakes up early, not because someone told him to, but because his dreams won't let him sleep. He practices when no one's watching, perfects his craft when no one cares, and keeps going when no one believes, because he knows the results will speak for themselves. You were not born to blend in. You were born to break patterns, to rewrite stories, to show the world what resilience looks like. Every setback you faced was a setup for a stronger comeback. You may feel like you're alone in this fight, but you're not. Every great soul walked alone before the world walked with them. Jesus walked alone. Buddha meditated in solitude. Muhammad P.B.U.H. found revelation in a cave. Every great mind, every leader, every creator had to face isolation before impact. So if you feel alone, it's not punishment, it's preparation. Stop saying, "I'm lonely." Start saying, "I'm in training." The gym of life has no audience. Growth is quiet. Transformation happens in silence. When you're by yourself, that's when you build your vision, your mind, your body, your spirit. When others are scrolling, you're studying. When others are complaining, you're creating. When others give up, you keep going. That's what separates the wolf from the sheep. Focus. And when the day comes that you unleash what you've built in solitude, the world won't even recognize you, because they didn't see the hours you bled in the dark. They'll only see the strength you shine in the light. There's something powerful about being underestimated. When people doubt you, they give you freedom. Freedom to move silently. Freedom to rebuild without noise. Freedom to become dangerous in peace. Every failure is a lesson. Every heartbreak is a redirection. Every lonely night is a chapter in your comeback story. The lone wolf doesn't complain about the storm. He is the storm. He doesn't fear the fight. He becomes the fight. Because once you realize that the only person who can stop you is you, you become unstoppable. At the end of the day, it's not you versus the world. It's you versus the voice inside that says, "I can't." That voice is the real enemy, but you can silence it. You silence it through discipline, through consistency, through relentless belief. Every time you wake up early, you win. Every time you stay focused when others get distracted, you win. Every time you choose progress over comfort, you win. The lone wolf doesn't wait for opportunity, he creates it. He doesn't beg for support, he builds without it. The wolf doesn't chase the past, he hunts the future. He knows the mountain he's climbing is lonely, but the view from the top is worth every scar. You can't reach greatness surrounded by comfort. You can't evolve holding on to the crowd. At some point, you must let go and walk alone. And when you do, you'll realize you were never truly alone. You had yourself, and that's enough, because the moment you master solitude, you master life. So if you feel alone right now, good. You're exactly where you need to be. Let the silence teach you. Let the pain build you. Let the loneliness fuel you. Because one day, when the world finally sees what you've become, they'll call you lucky, but you'll know the truth. Luck didn't make you. Silence did. Discipline did. Loneliness did. You did. You are the lone wolf, strong, unstoppable, unbreakable. Now rise. Your destiny is waiting. The hunt begins. And so, the lone wolf stands beneath the endless sky, above the ruins of his past. He does not howl for attention. He howls to declare that he survived. Every scar is a memory, every wound a weapon, every night alone a chapter in his legend. The pack once doubted him. They called him reckless, stubborn, lost. But they never understood the wolf does not seek approval from the sheep. He was never meant to blend in. He was born to stand apart. History remembers the ones who walked alone, the warriors who fought battles no one saw, the dreamers who kept going when the world turned away. The lone wolf joins that lineage now. He carries the spirit of those who refused to break. He walks not for fame, but for freedom, not for validation, but for victory within. When storms rise, he does not hide. He lifts his head and faces the thunder, because deep inside, he knows, no storm can drown a wolf that has learned to dance in the rain. This is not just motivation, this is transformation. This is evolution through solitude. When the world sleeps, the wolf awakens. When the world quits, the wolf begins. And when the sun finally rises, the wolf stands alone, not lonely, but legendary. And when the final chapter of your life is written, let the world say this: you did not bow, you did not break, you became. You turned your pain into purpose, your silence into strategy, your loneliness into legacy. The lone wolf does not chase the echo of applause. He creates a roar that time itself cannot silence. He knows that empires are not built in daylight. They are carved in the shadows, stone by stone, moment by moment. One day, the same world that ignored your grind will witness your rise, and they will call it destiny. But destiny is not found, it is forged. Forged by hunger, by focus, by the relentless spirit of one who refused to quit. So stand tall, lone wolf. Your journey is your throne. Your scars are your crown. Your howl is the anthem of warriors who walk alone. Let your silence shake the mountains. Let your strength rewrite history. Because the wolf that stands alone becomes the legend the pack will never forget. So remember this: the wolf who walks alone is not lost. He is leading himself to greatness. And one day, the world will hear his howl, and they will know. The legend was born in silence. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Rise and Rule Motivation, for more life-changing motivational speeches every week. Your support helps us reach more dreamers, fighters, and lone wolves across the world. Every like and share spreads strength. Every subscription builds this community of unstoppable minds. daily motivation to keep you focused. Life lessons from legends and leaders, original speeches that light your fire within. Remember, greatness begins with one choice: to never give up. So join the movement, rise above the noise, and rule your destiny. Subscribe now, like, comment, share. Rise and Rule Motivation.